And we're live. Let's go. Let's do this. Pulling up the comments. Make sure
it's somehow up.
Is it up?
It's up.
Yeah. They're
No.
gonna cut off my forehead.
Oh.
Is it? I don't know.
Nah, it's good.
I think it's good. I'm gonna charge my phone here. So
I want to do something.
All right, go for it.
fun. I want to.
Sorry, people. Adjusting here live.
Ta-da!
Hey, Jennifer. Good to see you
Lights.
again. Good to see you. Pull up here, and all of you guys who are joining us, tell us where you're from. As usual.
As usual.
Show what you made.
Yeah. I can show what I've made.
Yeah. What is that?
This is a penguin.
Penguin.
Who has a hat.
So funny. So cute.
Yeah, I actually like to knit woolen socks.
Yeah, and now you moved on to penguins.
Penguins, because I felt so bored to make a pair of woolen socks, so I made a penguin.
Yeah. So good though. Looks so good.
Yeah, honey.
Yeah.
This is not straight anymore.
Oh, let's straighten it up. Yeah, you did this like in an afternoon, didn't you?
Yeah, it doesn't take long.
It didn't take long. I was super impressed. I could never do that. She's really good at knitting.
This was crochet.
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 What's the difference?
It's like one stick with a hook and and knitting is with this. And
There are different techniques, people. It's not all the same. Is there any other techniques? I mean, I know weaving, of course. Or is it just those two?
These two.
These two. All right. You guys, if you're when you are joining us, let us know where you guys are from. It's lovely to know and see new faces and familiar faces. I mean, we can hardly sometimes see your faces because it's just a small icon, but you guys know what we mean. Oh, we just had such a good dinner. Wasn't that good?
My favorite dinner, it's Greek chicken. I think we've had that sometimes before the live too. I think we've been talking about it.
Oh, we've talked about it. Yeah, we had great chicken again. It's Heta's favorite. It's
one
kind
of favorites.
Yeah, it's kind of a dish that my parents used to make a lot, so I just adopted the recipe and made it super quick. Potatoes, carrots in the oven with chicken and lots of lemon on that chicken. Squeezed lemon, like 2 whole lemons at least, and it just becomes super juicy, and you make a homemade tzatziki. Super easy. Hey Don, Melton del Valle, I think that's how it's pronounced. Del Valle, Del Valle. Well, it's not Spanish.
From Las Vegas, Nevada.
Las Vegas.
That's so cool.
It's so cool. It always feels so unreal when people are from Las Vegas, doesn't it? Just like, I'm from Vegas.
I thought it was only in Hollywood scenes that play. No, I didn't, but it feels like that.
What do you mean?
It's like always in movies there in Las Vegas. It feels unreal. I've never been there. That might also be the reason.
I don't either, but it's like
I know
basically...
it's a real place. My friend was there once.
Yeah, my friend as well.
Yeah.
Let's scoot in a bit. I feel like I'm a little bit out of the picture. There we go. It's funny, we get 2 people fighting for attention. We got 2 attention seekers in the same family.
You are fighting for attention.
Oh, and you're not sometimes?
No, I can go even out of the camera. I don't care.
But I care.
Yeah. Anyway.
This is real life, people. This is marriage. Hey, Don. Don Wait, I believe. Well, it's a familiar face, of course.
Yes, Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Okay, it's Spanish. Right. Awesome. Now, where are you watching from, Don? Let us know. And whoever are just joining us right now, please let us know. We're streaming live from the sunny Rovaniemi. It's raining right now, but it's been super sunny, northern Finland. 6 o'clock here, p.m. in the evening. So, Denver, Colorado. So cool. Nice. Hey, Dan Norris. Related to Chuck Norris, I'm sure. Do you know who Chuck Norris is? You do?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Nice. That's actually such a cool name, Dan Norris. I love that. Hey, oh yeah, finally get to catch us from Lilburn, Georgia.
Yeah.
Nice. I've been to Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, we got Las Vegas, we got Denver, Colorado, we got Lilburn, Georgia.
We've got Rovaniemi, Finland.
Rovaniemi, Finland. Yeah. Very, very nice. So, yeah, we're just enjoying the weather here. It's really warm right now. I'm like, oh.
Is that you enjoying?
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those people that I can sleep even though it's quite hot.
It's true, yeah.
But it bothers you more.
Oh, of course it bothers me. Who can sleep and sweat?
I don't think it's that sweaty. I don't think it's that sweaty at all. Of course,
no,
really sweaty.
I like to sleep in a cold, cool room and like have a lot of.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you? When have you ever done that?
Well, I might complain about warm and cold, but I prefer.
You always prefer the other one, is it? So cool. So yeah, Dan, I've seen you like a few lives ago. Dan, isn't that true? You've been able to catch a live, or maybe you've...
At least I remember you sent us a message. You've been working. Or...
Yeah, like I think it wasn't you. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So we're here, you guys, and let us know anything you want to know from us about our marriage, relationship, fights, other things. She's happy.
No.
Yeah.
Christian, what's been impactful for you today?
37 degrees in Las Vegas. Are you talking Fahrenheit, because that would be cold, or are you doing Celsius?
I think it's Celsius, honey.
Must be. Wow. Yeah, of course it's June. It has to be. Yeah, super warm. Wow. Like out in the desert there. So it's not as quite as warm here. We actually don't have air conditioning in this part of the world. Like nobody has that inside, hardly. Maybe some people.
I thought we have air conditioning.
No, not to the point where we can like regulate the heat.
No, we don't have that. True, but I thought like the air is changing in our room.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
you're right. I didn't.
But we don't have the.
Yeah.
Like,
you're absolutely right. Yeah, I got so confused.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're usually working, but you're not this time. Awesome. So glad you catch us live. Centigrade. Centigrade. What is that? I'm assuming you mean Celsius. Either that's a typo or a joke. I like it. Whichever it is. So yeah, what have I been learning lately? It's really been a good last week. Last weekend we went to your hometown, which was awesome. Spent some time with your family. It was really good, and just like it was such good weather, and just enjoy going for hikes. They have beautiful mountains there, and eating good food, visiting friends and family. Yeah, it was so good. And I think like I had like a really, just this morning I've had really good time with the Lord that has really impacted my whole day.
Wow, beautiful.
I was feeling really tired, and I'm a bit like stubborn, like because I set my alarm at 6:30, and we can kind of, we can kind of decide when we start working because we both work from home. Not always, because we don't have like appointments and stuff. But today I could have done that. I could have slept longer, but I'm kind of stubborn, so I just said 6:30. If I don't, then I kind of feel like I failed, even if I didn't get enough sleep. So
I'm rolling my eyes here because I'm like,
you're not like that.
Failed with what?
I kind of feel like, I got off the day off to like a bad start, and then I feel like everything else is limping from that point. And I can be a little bit extreme with this way. You're way more relaxed. We should also. I need that because I can be very like extreme. Sometimes I just need to like let go. But sometimes it's good to just no, I decided to do this. I wanted to have like some time with, I wanted to do a workout. I wanted to have some time with the Lord. And we got a question here and I want to answer that in a minute. I'm just going to finish this. But basically, I had some time with the Lord and I've been reading Bible lately and it's been really good. It's always good, but I felt like there's something in the connection with God that I've been missing. I haven't like spent so much. I used to spend a lot of time just sitting in silence and quiet and just
like soaking, or
some people call it soaking, but it just like listening, like letting Him speak. And I've been wanting to start the day well, so just like letting Him speak identity into me so that I can bless others. Like my love tank is filled up, and just having Him encourage me, love on me. And sometimes I even ask, like, tell me, Lord, what you love about me. Like, it might sound cheesy, but God loves us. He loves us so much. He would never run out of good things to say about you. So, hey Scott, so cool.
Hey Scott.
It's a custom-made penguin. If you missed our introduction of this video. So I was just sitting at the kitchen table and I just closed my eyes, just letting God speak to me. And I just felt like this huge peace come over me. He was just speaking to me. And it wasn't even like a long time I spent with Him. It was just like 10 minutes maybe, something like that. And it just, because I've been kind of stressed for quite a few months, like been a lot of stress. And I just decided like, I'm going to just want to do everything out of a place of peace. And the only way I can do that is to connect with the Prince of Peace, which is Jesus. And that was just, somehow just doing everything from a place of peace, like not worrying. And I find that I'm more productive too. And it was a really good moment. Like I've just really missed like just connecting with the presence of God, because it used to be such a huge thing. I used to like really do that a lot, and because we can read the Bible and do all these things, and it's great. You should do that. You should read the Bible, not because like you have to, like someone's forcing you to, but it changes us. It affects us. It will mold, transform who you are. But just like being with God, like sometimes it's we're back. It was trying to reconnect. I don't know what happened there. Sometimes like we just need to hang out and not do anything and just sit with each other, like you and me as well. It's the same with the Lord. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
Maybe we're different people. Maybe you need that.
Yeah, but tell me.
I
Tell me more.
prefer hearing. I prefer communicating.
You like talking? Yeah, I do
talking.
Too. But I guess that was what we were doing, me and the Lord. So, but it can be so easy to be busy with things, so that we're doing something, but just
it's not that I disagree with you, though. It's the best thing. Maybe actually, now that I start thinking. Were you going to say something?
No.
Like if I think like what kind of friendships, or like for example, what's the best part about being married? Well, when I start thinking now, first I was like, no, I want to talk. But now that I think, I realize, it's actually really lovely that you have somebody. You don't even need to communicate. You just enjoy each other's presence. And sometimes it's hard to find friends that you are so like relaxed that you can just lay on a couch, and other one is just enjoy each other's presence without the pressure of constantly talking or doing something, but just like chill and hang out together. Now we're
tracking, and but I do love talking. Like this week we've had lunch together and just like put our phone. We'll have lunch on our balcony. We have a really awesome balcony. There's this park view.
Park? Oh yeah. I thought you said that my garden is park.
Yeah, let's do that too. She has a lovely like garden on the balcony that she's planting.
Park.
We're sitting in the park, at our homemade park.
Garden, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just sitting there, not bringing our phones out there, and just sitting and talking, and I think that's been really, it's been really great.
I want to add something.
Yeah.
We actually also have a rule that we don't take our phones to the bedroom.
Yeah, we don't. We decided that when we got married.
Yeah.
Before we got married.
That's super good because we actually talk, not just like scroll phones.
Yeah, watch fail videos or something. I heard I know a guy who does that every night. He's a pastor actually. He watches fail videos before bed. Great guy though. But anyway, yeah, that's been really good. That we do not bring our phones into the bedroom. Of course, I have my alarm outside here, so I can't snooze because my phone rings in the morning. I have to get up.
I have an alarm clock.
You have
and
the
I'm
alarm
snoozing
clock.
every morning.
You're like snoozing. I just get up right away, no matter what. And there are pros and cons to being like me and you. Okay, well, we gotta help this guy out here. We got a worship pastor. He's like, hey, you two, what worship music have you been listening to lately? Chad. So I'm a worship arts pastor, and I'm still finalizing this Sunday's worship set. Any suggestions? Okay, well, first of all, what kind of style are you looking for? Are you doing like with a full band, or are you just are you gonna do just maybe guitar? I'm assuming it's not gonna be organ, but that's cool too. You know, like a Lutheran. Because if you do that, you could just pick some psalms from the psalm book. So, hey, Haley. We got Haley Heron here. See, that's Scott's daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, very cool. It's been a long time. I haven't seen you since we visited Mississippi. That's been a few years now.
You've been there.
I've been to Mississippi. Haven't I told you? I've been to Scott's house.
No, I didn't know that. We've been actually talking quite a bit lately about Mississippi. Mm-hmm. But you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, because you were thinking about even going to school there years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like an exchange thing?
Yeah, I applied when I was in university. I applied for exchange winter season. But I ended up not doing it.
Okay. Yeah, well, okay. Sorry, that wasn't... Yeah, I know. I can feel I'm a bit tired. Okay, so full band. We rock out and do all styles. All right. Well, what did we have? Everything is fake. David Jefferson. I don't know what that is even referring to. Fake. But you can see you, David. Okay, what songs do you recommend? You listen to more worship than I do, don't you? Everything is fake. All this, all fake. It's all the Matrix. This world, everything's fake. Shut it down. Shut down the live. We're fake. We're not really married. You know, we're just pretending everything is fake. That's
not funny, babe.
Is it not? I thought it was super funny. We have some laughs in the house. Anyway, full band. Well, what song we had a worship song at our wedding. You remember which one?
No.
Jesus. Yeah, Jesus culture song. We had the Revelation song.
Yeah.
It's a good one. David is revealing some hard truth or what? Yeah, you got us. We're fake. We're wondering how many lives we could do until we, to get away with it. We got pretty far. I mean, it's like the sixth, seventh live.
It's not funny. Call it a day.
Call it a day?
Yeah.
What does that even mean? Call it a day?
It's a saying. I learned it from school.
Yeah. Well, you did. English in school.
Yeah.
Man, I can't think of it, but I like Bethel worship, Jesus culture. That's mostly what I listen to. Isla Vista worship, they have a great worship album. Of course, this might be a little bit soon to learn those songs, but they have a cool, I know some of those guys. It's like a surf type church.
What is the love that kicks through the door?
Love that kicks through the door.
That song.
No, 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 no.
Hey.
Coming after me. I
love
that.
Oh yeah, I did recognize it.
Yeah. Oh, the overwhelming.
Reckless Love.
Reckless love. Oh God. Yeah.
I like that. I don't know if are
Poorly
people,
sung by me right now.
people being listening that too much. I don't know.
I don't know. I love that song.
Me too.
Reckless Love. It's by Corey Asbury. There's an amazing version. Check that out on YouTube. Corey Asbury leading that live a few years ago. It's awesome. It's just so much. I love that song. We actually, when we met, they played that a lot at the conference. I had a really amazing time with the Lord with that song.
I had an amazing time with you. Great that you had an amazing time with Lord.
Yeah, but in worship, I didn't see you. I didn't see her in worship.
Did
But
I
you were
see
watching.
you?
You were watching me in worship.
Did you see you? Yeah, for sure.
She was watching me in worship, and I was just like, ooh, lost. Wasn't I wasn't. Well, I didn't know. I never met you. Okay, you do a bunch of Bethel Music Elevation originals as well. That's cool. You do your own songs. Reckless Love is one of my faves to lead. Okay, so you already know that one. Man. Yeah. I guess that's the best I can do right now. I mean, I can pull up my phone, but I'm streaming from it, so. And I'm not really like we mostly listen to Nightwish. And we mostly listen to instrumental worship if we play worship.
That's actually been our jam lately.
We're jamming out to some super show instrumental worship.
Instrumental worship, that's like, yeah. But sometimes it gets too spooky.
Spooky?
He doesn't get it, but is there anybody else who thinks like sometimes that instrumental worship, it's like too much. Then I'm like, am I in a ghost house?
Chad gets it.
Oh, he gets it.
He prays to it every morning. He love instrumental. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love having that on. We should do that again. I have been listening to someone who's not. It's not a Christian music, but I just love it so much, and I just feel. I've had so many God
I love somebody
encounters.
gets me with that. Sorry, but people get me. That
he agrees.
Spooky. Yeah.
It's like 15 exclamation points right now. I couldn't agree more. Chad right there. Hey, what's up, Julio? Julio Antoni. Julio, no. Julio
Is it Julio
Antoni Lopez. It depends. If I would think it's Julio. That's my guess. Anyway, welcome. Good to have you here. What do you guys want to talk about today? We have could go any direction. You know, as guys, we can. We'll have to have fun. But we'll have to connect with you guys, and we'll have to talk about heart stuff and Julio.
That's big.
Julio. Yeah, that's good. I think I can do that. I could learn Spanish. I know I learned a little bit of some words, but I can't speak at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tú también.
Yeah. A little sad thing happened to me. Like I don't know if I've even told you. I started to study Spanish in university.
You never told me this.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, this is so easy. I can totally learn this. So I kind of skipped classes, and then I didn't pass the exam because I learned nothing. I was too sure. Hurts.
She didn't. It was like, got this.
Yeah.
That sounds like you. And then it's like,
but I learned my
piece of
lesson.
cake.
I learned my lesson.
Yeah, but you didn't learn.
It was
Spanish
very
lesson.
funny to have like super bad, like
was it?
grade from that. Yeah.
So you took it in university. I didn't know that. So you learned the lesson, but you
Well,
didn't learn the Spanish.
I haven't been proud of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was another lesson, not the Spanish lesson. Christian worship music needs some new influences. I'm sick to death of the whole U2 reverb vanilla post-rock thing from Dan here. Yeah, it's been a lot that's been kind of a lot that's the same. And I used to actually feel the same way. But actually in recent years, I feel like there has been more like expanding, a little more like experimenting. But I am not well versed in the worship music. Like
But it's well versed.
well versed. Like I don't know much about it. Like I have certain things I listen to, and
True, of course. If I listen to Finnish radio, I only have a certain. If I talk
songs.
about the world's music nowadays.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want let us know if, like we said, if you have something like any questions. We're more than happy to talk about that. She's going with this penguin thing.
It's so soft. I can't stop touching it.
Yeah. You don't have to.
Okay.
You gotta name it.
Yeah.
Do you have a good name?
Do you have a good name for the penguin?
Yeah. Do you guys have a good name? It's the ambient rock thing. It's been changing a little though. Yeah, it's been changing a little bit. But I think there's definitely more that could be done, like creatively. So if you guys are musicians, like go for it. Create new worship. I would love that.
Well,
Paco.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Paco. Who else? Do we have any other suggestions? Paco, I like
that's
it.
That's a good option.
Paco, but it's a Spanish penguin.
That could be.
Paco.
Yeah.
Paco.
Yeah.
Anita. His name is Paco. Oh, I play drums for my worship band at church. I would love to play some groovier stuff with more pocket. Chris Helming is pretty old. I get what you mean. It can
You're
be very.
a drummer.
I'm a drummer too. They can be very straight rock and not maybe necessarily swinging. Like I come from a Jeff Porcaro, Toto, super deep pocket grooves, things like that. So I hear you, dude. And of course, it has to be easy so people can sing along. But,
okay, I might say something dangerous here. Hate me or love me, but I was pretty happy that Kanye West made this album.
Yeah, it's great actually.
It's something extremely different. Not that I listen to that every day, but I was pretty impressed.
You've been listening to that album.
There's especially some songs I'm they very much touched me. They were not just bunch of Christian words
Right.
I think this will. But there was
the Christian lyric generator.
Yeah. But I have to say that sometimes I think all these songs are similar, but then I have this certain season and suddenly some song that I've been it's so boring.
Yeah.
Suddenly I'm every single word is so highlighted in different seasons.
Yeah.
Because it's not my season to sometimes certain songs they fit better to certain seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
totally.
Then that has happened to me also that I really loved certain song and then I go to listen that and I'm I remember this touched me more.
Yeah,
that's also fun.
It doesn't do the same anymore. Yeah, it's just not the season. Okay, well, check it out. We got a new.
Call it Hans because you can keep your hands off it.
Hans. It's a Hans.
Is it Hans or Hans? That's Hans.
Chat say, I should know by now. I've been chatting with y'all for weeks now, but where do you live? We're facing a stronghold of racism here in the U.S. What do you feel your nation is facing right now, and how are you responding? Ooh. Wow. That's Hans.
Maybe or Paco. I don't know. Anyway.
Paco Hans.
Paco Hans.
Hans.
Paco means
Paco.
in Finnish with K. Paco with K. It
Forced.
means. No, it doesn't. It means escape.
Yeah, Paco. Or Paco. That means forced.
Paco is forced.
Paco.
Anyway, good question.
Well, first of all, where do we live? We live in northern Finland. Look it up. Rovaniemi. Rovaniemi. 3 R's in the beginning there. And there's also a Santa Claus village because Santa is from here. It's on the Arctic Circle, so it's very far up north. So check it out. Rovaniemi with an American accent. Yeah, what do you think about the racism that's been going on in the US? I haven't followed this so much. Of course, I know what's been happening. You see everything on social media.
Yeah, it's very we're so far away.
Yeah,
it's like
true.
kind of like hard to understand, really. What I feel our nation is facing right now, and how are you responding? Okay.
Yeah.
I think like what we're facing, I read this from somewhere else, but it's certain kind of like offense that's going on in the air. What are you feeling? Like,
yeah. I remember.
Like,
tell about that. That was really good.
you might want to help me to put out my thoughts.
No.
Like, we're like it's very tempting right now to get offended of all kind of things, and I want to respond to everything with love, because of God is love, and I'm his child, and I don't want to get offended.
Yeah. Right. Do you feel like Finland is struggling with that? Like people get offended easily here? Or is it like more like a world thing?
Yeah, here too, because nowadays the media is not just, media like puts out something and it's in the whole world, like poof. In certain circles more, I believe people in capital cities are more aware of what's going on than in small towns.
Yeah.
I need to be careful what I say. I don't know. We right now we're like so separated. We're busy. We don't really check social media a lot. We're working and like chilling in our apartment, just you and me.
Yeah,
so
we work from home.
Yeah.
We hear a lot. I really think that the most, if I would say what our nation, when I say our, like Finland, I'm not from Finland, I'm from Sweden, but where we live, because Heta is from
Did
Finland.
I say something odd? No.
Oh. And what I think Finland is facing and has been a long time, it's very isolated. People are very isolated, and there's definitely a lack of community. I think America does this really well. I'm not saying, I mean, you might not have community if you're watching this. I'm not saying that it's like perfect, but when I've been there, it's like a lot easier to get connected with people. People want to talk to you in a grocery store. People don't really do that here. People are really, kind of shy, isolated.
Not very connected to their hearts necessarily.
Yeah, absolutely. Even though I feel like there's something very deep in the Finnish culture, something very, very profound. That's very beautiful, something very strong. Like Finland has been through a lot, and a lesser nation would have, not survived. Well, we see here. Yeah. Unfortunately, the situation is sputtered out of control because of provocation, with Screaming Scoop, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, all those things. Yeah, I don't really get into like politics so much these days, or even I don't actually even share my opinion on social media on those things very much, to be honest with you. That's something I don't feel like that's my role. For some people that are really interested in politics, and I believe some people are called to it.
Extremely influential too, and people somehow like listen to that.
Yeah, and I know people that work in politics that are really called to that, and great, go for it. It's just not for me, so I don't want to make like ignorant statements about stuff that I don't know enough about.
Well said. Yeah.
I have had seasons where I was really interested, looking into like watching political podcasts and stuff like that, but I found that for me, after a while, I just it started consuming me too much, and it made me like less aware, I feel, of what God was doing for me. I'm just saying for me. I'm not saying that's you. So I've been really, this brings up an interesting thing. Like I've been super selective of what I actually fill my mind with and my heart with. Like what I listen to, music. I shouldn't listen that much to music. Like I listened to some Flesh Killer today. Killer Norwegian band. Awesome. Flesh Killer. Yeah, it's Christian metal bands. Awesome. They're so good.
What a name.
Yeah, but think of it. Jesus, he's the Flesh Killer.
I get it. I understand the name. It's just like very
Sounds like a zombie eating.
graphic or I don't know, catchy.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's metal. That's metal for you. But yeah, I really try and limit, like, I don't read much news. I find that there's so much junk, you know. And there are good stuff, like if you look, but I just so I've been kind of living in my own bubble, which makes me a little bit ignorant about stuff. Sometimes that's the downside, but
yeah, good stuff. Chatting.
you're blowing it up here. Okay, the older I get, the more I learn to develop my own lane, so to speak. Yeah. What?
Well said. I'm not that old, but I'm like starting to understand that more. Yeah.
Yeah, this is life is too short to not specialize within what the Lord has called you, just like you said. Yeah, and I'm not saying like.
Of course.
Like.
Voting is important.
Yeah,
in my opinion, like it's not that it's totally black and white. I don't do any politics. Like no, that's not what.
No, and it affects us all. So we can't ignore it. It affects us, and I've been following more like maybe the Hong Kong politics, just because I have a heart for that place. So I've been following. I know more about that. I should follow it more actually, honestly. But I know more about that than Swedish politics right now because I just haven't been following it. So. So Dawn has a good point here. I understand your point, but it's difficult when we are experiencing that.
Yeah, I do get it.
Totally. See, we're not in the middle of that. And I know it's been like, I have so many friends that have been posting about it on social media. And I actually haven't really gotten a chance to talk to some of my friends about this because we got friends in the US. So I'm sure. What are you laughing about?
It was funny. Actually, we've got some friends in the US.
I got tons, hundreds of friends.
Just telling you guys.
Yeah, and I just realized I haven't. It brings up something. Yeah, I should actually ask them. How is it over there? What is the atmosphere like? Because I know this has really impacted the country with, the whole racism issue and police, all those things. So, heart goes out to you guys, and we definitely. Like, I don't want to make it sound like I don't care. It's not that at all.
Any more, by the way, Paco and Hans are name options for him. Does anybody else have something? You?
No, I like those names.
Me too.
We could even have double names.
Double.
Hans Paco. Paco Hans.
Do anybody in the US did I cut you out? Sorry.
Well, I was about to go on a rant, so you better cut me off. I was about to go on a rant about something else. Rant is when you talk like long about something. You're just passionate. Like a long spiel. So you go ahead. You go ahead, baby.
Does anybody know what is midsummer in the US?
They don't really celebrate that.
They don't celebrate
Nah.
it. Okay.
That's huge in Sweden, and it's
Finland.
semi big. Not as big as in Sweden.
It is a big thing in Finland too.
Is it?
Midsummer. Yeah.
It's bigger in Sweden.
You shall see this weekend.
I shall see this weekend. Yeah. That's good. We have a midsummer celebration this weekend.
Hey, if you have any questions, we're happy to
talk about it. Yeah.
Ta-da.
I had what is it?
Oh yeah, midsummer. It's like in the middle of the summer. Like no, it's we celebrate that day. It's called midsummer by cooking food, grilling, drinking, going to sauna, making a big bonfire.
Yeah. They do that. We dance around this pole full of like a green, like it's green pole. I don't even know how to explain it. It kind of looks like almost a cross, but not really, with like circles on it. And then sing like kids songs, get kids games. I used to do that. But really, it's just most of the time with family and friends, and we'll eat some sill.
Summer party.
Summer party. Pickled herring. We eat that. It's big in Sweden. It's so good. You don't like it?
Well, I can eat it a little, but...
We had it this weekend.
Yeah, I ate like this much. That's how much I liked it.
Yeah. It's basically just like this family holiday. I guess it's kind of our Thanksgiving in a way, even though Thanksgiving is a week.
Except we're not grateful for things.
Well, we could be, but it's not like a gratefulness holiday, which I love. I love that you guys have that. We actually don't really don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
No, but I have celebrated once when we were in the US.
Yes, you did.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I had been like really looking forward to it because I've been watching my whole Little Life Friends TV show. Yeah. And they celebrate Thanksgiving hard. Of course. So I had a lot of expectations.
And, yeah. Sounds similar to the 4th of July here. Yeah.
Yeah. Except isn't 4th of July...
That's their national... Like the Independence Day.
Yeah.
Which is...
We have nothing to do with the US, though.
What?
Yeah, except we don't celebrate America.
4th of July? No, but you have your own in December.
On midsummer.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, it's probably a bit... Something similar, yeah.
Yeah, but what's cool about it, I guess, is because the light up here is very light. Well, it's like 24/7.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, no, it's just light 24/7, so you can sit outside and grill and just hang out, long. It's a good time. It's like a whole day thing.
Yeah, my favorite thing about summer in Finland is that, or northern Finland, that the sun doesn't go down. It's extremely fun.
It's fun
to hang out in the night outside when it's warm and the sun just shines. It doesn't get dark. You don't know what time it is if you're like sitting outside and reading a book. You might just read the whole night because if you don't watch the time enough.
Yeah, I have those people. They're like, well, how can you know when to go to sleep? They'll just sit out, for a long time. Because this happened when Bob visited Sweden many years ago. We're just hanging out, talking, late, and he was talking about things, and then people were like, "Oh, well, we actually got to go home. We got to go to work tomorrow." So, what time is it? And it was like 12 or 1 in the morning, 1 a.m. something, or like midnight, something. But it's still light outside, so he didn't realize. Oh shoot! I didn't realize it was that late.
Yeah.
So that's funny. Yeah. There you go, midsummer.
This is. Oh.
What?
This is a question. I don't know actually.
Okay.
Because is it light in Alaska and those like really up?
Yeah.
Up. It's also light.
Yeah, I don't know if it's as light.
It's not just in Europe. I can't just imaginary map in my head.
Alaska has that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how, at least for a bit. I've never been there, but I'm pretty sure. So yeah. I had a cool thing. Do you want to get deep for a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Gonna get deep. I had a really cool thing happen the other day that just. It's honestly nothing big, but
this really cool thing happened to me. It's really enough.
Well, nothing bad. Make it sound like it has to do with forgiveness, and we're on this call training thing. And we're talking about forgiveness, taking care of our hearts, and I just realized I hadn't been taking care of my heart, and I had someone I needed to forgive in our heart, and it was such a good reminder. So I just want to talk about that for a few minutes.
Yeah, beautiful.
Because if I'm angry with someone, because people. We've all had to forgive many times. If we don't, then we become very bitter because people hurt us, or we feel hurt by people. Maybe it wasn't their intention to do it, but still. maybe they don't even understand that they did it, or maybe they don't feel sorry about it, whatever the circumstances is. But it's, I just noticed that I started being kind of angry, and like towards, like maybe not angry towards you, but at least like not, maybe I was, but like, not it's not so fun. Like it's just like that energy that's not so fun to be around. I started feeling like I did not like being around myself right now. So how can someone else feel that way? Yeah, so just have to take a moment and just, forgive someone, release them and move on. And it's just like so simple, and yet it can be so tough to do because we just want to hold on to like, but they really did this, or they deserve, and it has so much to do with boundaries. Also, me taking care of myself. Like if I don't have good boundaries, and other people like can do things, and if I don't like keep those boundaries like healthy and in a good place, then I let people actually hurt me when I should have said no a lot sooner. So it also has to do with taking care of yourself.
Yeah, you just said a golden point. I say
okay.
Can I say now?
Well, I don't know what you're gonna say, but go for it.
Like shortly, like yeah. Exactly,
oh yeah, I agree with that, of course.
Yeah, like sometimes I'm trying to think in my head, what would Jesus do in this situation? What would Jesus do in this situation? Then I realized, well, Jesus would have never had ended up in this situation because
he had way better
boundaries. He would have done a better decisions earlier.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but exactly to it helps us so much when we do a healthy decision right away. When somebody is showing red flags how they behave, then we actually put the boundary before they do that, something even more hurtful when it gets really difficult to try to, what should I do to this situation and relationship? Yeah, exactly.
If it's someone new, if it's a more continuous relationship, but it's impossible to protect yourself 100% from getting hurt, and I don't think that would be healthy. Well, what would that be? Like sitting at home and never talking to anyone? That doesn't sound very fun. So I 100% agree with you. But what do we do when we get hurt? And it's just such a good reminder. You might have heard this before, you may have not. But forgiveness is not saying what they did was okay. Because first, if someone really, really hurted you, did something terrible, and if I say no, it's fine, it's okay, then we basically we're violating ourselves. We're not being kind to ourselves when we do that. And your heart will take note. Your heart will be feel, what should I say, be, I'm trying to look for the right word, disappointed. Your heart will be hurt from that. So it's okay, this is not cool, this type of behavior is, or what that person did is maybe it is terrible. Someone, I was hearing from someone who was talking about this, who had been sexually abused for many years, but has no bitterness whatsoever, because she has forgiven, because forgiven does not mean that we just say, oh, it's fine, let's keep going. It just means that was terrible, bad what happened, and I'm just going to release you from judging you, so that you can be free, because otherwise you're just going to keep hurting yourself every day. What if someone did something once that was really bad, but you just keep hurting yourself every single day with the same thing? And there's a really good quote that was shared
by thinking about it.
Exactly. And there was a really good quote that was shared during this chat that this lady had, and I've heard it before, but it's forgiveness is letting go of the hope of having had a better past. Because no matter what, we can't change what happened.
Ooh, I'm getting cold showers.
So you can't, but Jesus can. He can make something that hurt you seem like it and never even happened. All the it's so powerful. It can be he can heal our hearts. He can restore relationships so to the point where it's as if nothing happened, even though it did, and you might still have memory of it. But I fully believe that. Sometimes it might be a process, might be a few more steps to walk out. It's not like instant. Sometimes it is instant. Yeah, forgiveness is releasing someone from the punishment that they are due. A local pastor said that years ago. It changed my life. Exactly. Yeah. We do not. We basically just give them up to Jesus and let him be the judge, because we can't judge fairly anyway. Because we think we have all the facts, but we probably don't, you know.
I'm sorry, I'm yawning. It's not that you're boring.
Yeah. yeah. It's we've had an intense week. So,
I think we always say that.
Yeah. So have you guys experienced anything like that lately, or have you been struggling with forgiving someone? Let us know in the chat here. It was so good. Like when I just went through a very quick forgiveness prayer as this thing was going on, just with me.
It released you so much.
Yeah, just so good. Like
your what this could be. Atmosphere changed.
Yeah. Oh, you noticed it.
I could even say like aura or something, that you were like atmosphere maybe.
Yeah.
Something. Oh yeah. I'm very sensitive for other people's feelings.
Yeah. I can often tell what is wrong with me by how Heta like reacts. She's so sensitive. So even if I am, like I would say I'm very sensitive, but she's just on a whole another level. And yeah, it's kind of good. It's like a mirror, because I can see, you're, I can tell that, because her face is very like, if you've seen, it's like, it does not lie. This face, look at this face. How wonderful this is. This face does not lie. I can tell when she's happy. I can tell when she's not happy. And you say, well, I guess I better change something here. Yeah, I can tell something is off. So yeah, so let us know if you've had any experiences with that, either good, or if you've had, like you said, difficulty forgiving someone. I remember I was so mad at someone many years ago, and what I used to do is I would put on like Impending Doom or something like that.
What is that?
Impending Doom. It's a super extreme death metal band, Christian band. And just to get it out, get all the anger out, because you kind of have to get it out also. Sometimes you need to do that. Like in this particular case, I had already been angry for so long, so I felt like I just needed to let go. But sometimes you just need to get the anger out, and then like ask the Lord, okay, like, how do you see this person? And then he will give you a perspective that's probably gonna, it will give you nothing but what's the word? Like compassion for that person. It doesn't mean that what they did was good, or they might be do really terrible things, but and then we can release them and forgive them. Dawn is saying, you're so right. If you are not willing to let go and release the pain and give it to the Lord, it will influence your heart, and the negativity will overwhelm you. And I'm still learning to forgive. After all, I prayed so much for the Lord to forgive me, and he has. Yeah, I felt his love, and I'm better because of it.
Beautiful.
Exactly. Yeah, we're supposed to forgive as he has forgiven us. And it is really for us that we forgive. It's not like God needs that. Seriously. Like he's forgiven us. I
would even dare to say it's not even that much for the other person. It's mostly what
not at all.
Happens is in our heart. We can even kill our heart and let it rotten.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, we're talking about two things here. Right? We got forgiveness, because it has nothing to do with the other person. And then we have reconciliation, and that takes... I'm like doing out here. Reconciliation, and that takes two people.
This thing I'm showing here with my hand, can you... Wait, sorry. Yeah, you...
Yeah. No, but it has nothing to do with the other person, because that person... What if that person cannot be trusted? They did bad stuff. Trust was broken. You can't just start trusting them again. They have to show that they are trustworthy, and prove that. We to be proved trust through our actions. because love and trust is not the same thing, and forgiveness and trusting someone is not the same thing either. We can forgive someone, but still be like, choose to not have them in our lives at all. Like, I'm just gonna love you from all the way over here right now, and if you want to come closer, then there's gonna be a couple of things that I'm gonna need in this relationship. So
good stuff.
Yeah, so good. I feel so much peace. I've been feeling so much peace since then, and especially from this morning, I also was talking about earlier.
Yeah, you were just like enjoying your peace in the morning. It was cool.
Was it?
Yeah, you were like, I'm so peaceful.
Got so good. It's amazing. We have this person who is so filled with peace that is just ready to give it to you as long as we just, take some time with him and just give up.
I had some good Bible time in the morning too.
Tell us about it.
I was reading about Moses being in Egypt.
Yeah.
As captured.
Okay.
And how God was on his side, and that even the other people saw that he had God's favor. So that was like...
Or was it Joseph?
No.
Moses. It was Moses.
I think it was Joseph.
It's the guy in the prison.
Yeah.
Joseph. Well, Moses, Joseph.
I was reading, but...
Because that's what I remembered.
Yeah, who wants to come to my Bible club?
I love you.
I can teach.
You're so cute.
Anyway, yeah, about him and his brothers, and it just like really spoke to me how like God made everything happen to what was good and planned, and that was like, wow, I really want to trust you, Lord, more with my life, like more.
And that's a huge forgiveness story as well.
Oh yeah, and
his brother tried to kill him.
Yeah,
sold him as a slave.
Exactly. Whoa, and also like his situation seemed so hopeless.
Yeah,
it was so hopeless. Anyway,
yeah,
I was like, in the morning.
Yeah, that's a powerful story. I read it a few weeks ago, actually.
Boiling on the balcony in the sun, reading.
Yeah, I come out of the balcony, so nice. I'm like, so hot. Dan Norris here saying, forgiveness frees us. We can't move forward if we stay hung up on what somebody else did to us. And that's exactly the thing. Forgiveness is about you moving forward. You deserve to move forward and not be stuck in the past, because bitterness keeps us stuck in the past, and forgiveness frees us. It's so offensive. Like like in the world, you have this saying like, it will never be forgiven and all that. I'm like, oh man, I feel so bad for that person saying that. Like what was done will never be forgiven, and but it is something supernatural. Like I couldn't forgive myself. Like I have to. If I wouldn't give it to God, then it wouldn't be possible for me to forgive someone.
There is something one way you say, I decide to forgive.
Yeah.
This person, and God right away he comes. He doesn't leave you to hang there alone, like with your difficult feelings. But yeah, he actually gives his peace to your. He gives your peace.
He gives your peace. He gives you peace.
Yeah.
He gives your peace, the peace that you were supposed to have.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. Well, it's almost 7, you guys. It's lovely to chat with you, all of you guys, and we are, gonna eat some more Greek chicken here. What do we gotta do for the rest of the night?
What? Maybe tea? I don't know. Or balcony.
We'll have fun. We always have fun here. Yeah. We got some stuff to do. But anyway, guys, great seeing you. Hope you have an amazing weekend, and we will catch you guys next time. Yes, exactly, Dan. Our forgiveness is holding other people accountable for your health and well-being. Exactly. Only you can do that. only you can do that. So love you guys. Take care.